Hi guys, it's been a while, but we're back for another video. I couldn't resist this car when I seen it online and I just had to have it. One thing I found out is this car is not sold in the US specifically. So I had to do a special order at my hobby store to get it pulled in because it seems to be popular in the UK. And this is the HPI 4.6 Trophy Truggy in 1/8 scale. These are the accessories that you get with your kit, and in it you will get 4 AA batteries. Plasma are pretty good. They're on par with Everready or Duracell or any other. You get the same amount of time. You get some servo horns here for your throttle and for your steering. I would probably recommend putting some aluminum ones on. They would do for now, but stick some aluminums in there, because they have the tendency to round the teeth if it gets caught on something. And these are your shims for your they're basically spacers for your shocks, and you can stack one above the other to custom adjust your tension to the springs as much as you want. And these here are your I guess you put them on the back between your control arms, and they adjust the angle of your camber, and it just only has up to +1. And I don't know if these other two are for the front or the rear, but you put it on and one is at 54 millimeters and one's at 59. I guess that separates the spacing between your control arms. And you get a few very basic tools in here, and that little screw is for your air cleaner to screw it back on, because it has a protective waterproof cover, which we'll get into in a minute. And it comes with a DVD, which really doesn't have too much of anything on it. It sort of just gives you the basic. If you've never had a Nitro or an RC car ever, it gives you the very basic tutorials on how to set up your car, and it shows a few action shots of the various products that HPI supplies. This kit's ready to run, and it comes with a transmitter. I find HPI makes a pretty good transmitter overall for having good range. This is a 3-channel transmitter, and you have your steering trim on it. You have a bind button here. You have channel 3. I'm not sure what that's used for. Then you got your throttle trim, and then you got it's like your drive radius adjustment, so you can adjust how far you want it to go before it bottoms out, such as like that. And then you got your servo end point adjustment screws, which are all in here. I read in the manual, if you were to play around with those, if you have it on, if you do it, the fail-safe of this system will be canceled and you'll have to reset it. The fail-safe, all it does is if you lost control of this car and it decided it wanted to go, the fail-safe kicks in and locks the brakes up. That's what it's supposed to do. Under here, it just takes the 4 batteries, and it even supplies you with the little screwdriver, so you can carry it with you anywhere you go, and you do your adjustments with your little screwdriver in here. I leave everything as stock. If it's not broken, why fix it? I'm going to do a bit of an overview of this car, because I haven't really gone past haven't even quite finished breaking in the engine yet. So I wanted to do this video because the car still looks new it's been disasterized by me. So it's still in new pristine shape, so I figured do the video while it's still in good shape. This cover on here, the Selection cover, it's quite nice. It is very, very heavy duty. I can't see you breaking that. It's twice the thickness and twice the strength of my Traxxas Slayer Pro. It's a shame to scratch this one up. I might have to get myself a aftermarket shell, whatever, and fix that one up and keep this one as my showroom shell. There she be. You can see it's all been, it's got a slick anodized orange aluminum parts in it. Anodized don't mean much anyways, because as soon as you scratch it up, it just, all you see is the aluminum underneath anyways. But while it's in its pristine shape, it looks quite nice. This car is pretty adjustable for the steering aspects of it, because it's a four-wheel drive car, and it has a differential here, and it has a differential here, and it has a differential back here, and it's got a set of brakes here, and it's got a set of brakes back here, which is quite a bit if you were to compare it to the Slayer. The tires are Shredder HPI tires. They are excessively soft, I find, and it's a pin design, so I believe if you go on the asphalt with these and you spin them up, you'll tear these pins right out. And my cameraman and I feel if you take it down to the gravel pit where we normally do our runs, we'll end up shredding this tire, because it's going to be like the Baja experience. And these tires, you can see how soft and supple they really are. Maybe they'll only be good for grass fields. When we do a demo of this, we're probably going to be doing it on a grass field and see how that works out. The camber of this car is adjustable in the front and rear. The caster is adjustable in the front. Toe in is adjustable in the front and rear. It's a four-wheel drive. The length of the car is 580 millimeters. The width is 405 millimeters. The height is 180 millimeters. And the track is 365 millimeters. And the wheelbase is 365 millimeters. These shocks are extra long. You can see where I put my adjusters on here to try to give it so it's got good suspension. It's soft out of the box, I feel, but if you push it down in the front and back, you can see the back bottoms out. It probably has to be a bit stiffer, and the front seems just about right. And it comes with 60-61 aluminum shocks, big bores. Inside of here, you can't see it, but they have some aluminum hubs on front and rear. How well they're really going to work, I don't know, because you can see there's a wobble here in the tire. Now, maybe that's normal, maybe it's not, I don't know. We're going to find out when we take it out for a boot. It's being reinforced in the front here and in the back, so you can't pop out the tie rods and stuff as easily, and it gives it a bit of strength. And it's got a 150 millimeter gas tank, and it's got the 0.28. Basically it's the Savage engine. It's the same engine as in the Savage, and this has a cover on here with a screw in here, and it's got a relief port in the back so it can breathe, and it's supposed to make it so it's semi watertight. The whole system is somewhat waterproof. It's not puddle proof, it's rain proof, and you can use it in the snow and all those other good things. A weak point that I have noticed and read on the forearms is the steering servo is supposed to be very weak, and I have to agree it is. Because when you have the weight of the car down, just sitting, and you try to turn the wheel, it should turn these wheels side to side effortlessly. And it just kind of goes like this, and it just does a little bit. If you get the car going, it does it fine. So servo would probably need to be replaced in the future. This here is your antenna. I haven't put the rod in it yet that holds it all straight up, but that's where it gets its reception from. And this is your receiver box right here, and it just has a stock receiver in it. And I tried to put my Slayer battery hump inside of here, and the connector is different, so you can't use HPI is HPI, Traxxas is Traxxas. They do supply you with a battery holder that takes 4 AA batteries that you can use and get it running straight off the bat. This car is comes with the sway bar for the front, which you can see right here, and it's got a sway bar for the rear, which is right here, which is a nice little added touch. As you can see, it has a pull start. Pull start's the way to go. And if I tip it up here, you can adjust your control arm shock height here. I put it at the nearest one. It comes stock over here just to make it sit a little bit higher, and it comes with a aluminum pan all the way through it, and it's 4 millimeters thick, which should be plenty strong to soak up any jumps and hits. And whatever weak points are in this car, we're going to find out when we take it out and run it through its paces. Thanks for coming.